What's going on, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and right now we've got a review of yet another one of the Gale Force 9 Dungeon Master screens. This one, as you can clearly tell, is the Rage of Demons Dungeon Master screen. I have purchased several of these in the past. I've purchased the Tyranny of Dragon ones and the Elemental Evil one. This is the Rage of Demons one, so this one's catered specifically to Out of the Abyss. Most of these ones are. Gale Force 9 makes them specific to the pre-written campaigns that are released. And then there is the official Wizards of the Coast one that is just the general Dungeons & Dragons one. If you've watched any of the other videos on this channel, typically these suck, to be completely honest. They fill them with art and useless NPC information, stuff that you do not need to run the game, and they lack a bunch of interesting things, or they make stuff take up too much space. Like, I think in the Tyranny of Dragons one, this is the two inside panels here are all just conditions, which is one, like, a couple of pages in the back of the player's handbook, and in the official Wizards of the Coast one, it's just one page. And, like, this inside flap here on the Tyranny of Dragons ones is just pictures of the NPCs, but only the NPCs from Horde of the Dragon Queen, not the NPCs from Rise of Tiamat. So it only covers really one book in a two-book campaign. So more often than not, these are not worth your money. Spend the $14, get the official one. That's Wizards of the Coast. It has more information. You can find it at... you don't have to go online and order it special from Gale Force 9. You can get those at your local game shop. You can get them off Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, and things like that. They're more easy to find, and they provide better information regardless of the campaign that you're running. However, this one, the Rage of Demons one, I still say the official Wizards of the Coast one is better. However, I think that this one does hold some merit for the first time out of all of them. So, what do we have as far as artwork on the outside? You can see here we have Demogorgon on this side and Zugetmoy on this side. So you're going to have a bunch of your Demon Lords. On the inside here, we've got Brunor Battlehammer and what looks like Baphomet in the background, I believe. Possibly Orcus as well. And speaking of Orcus, there we go. On the inside flap here, we have Orcus. So, what do we get when we actually open up it completely? First, right here, on the inside left panel, you have extremely useful information. In one of the big factors of Out of the Abyss and that whole Underdark campaign is the madness. The different ways to generate madness, recurring madness, what madness stuff actually is. This side right here is actually that. So what do you get? You have the kind of caveat as to what gives you madness. At various times in the adventure, characters will be called upon to make a saving throw to resist some madness-inducing effect. In addition, you can have one or more characters make a saving throw against madness whenever one of the following events occurs. It lists the events. They encounter or witness something particularly alien or disturbing, such as a Demon Lord. Characters stay in phase-suffused areas. These are kind of, it's like a spore that comes off of Underdark mushrooms, specific set of mushrooms, so if you're curious, that's what that is. The character takes psychic damage, particularly in an area suffused with phase risk. In Out of the Abyss, madness is measured in 3 levels. 1, 2, 3, short-term, long-term, indefinite. They have different durations, and the indefinite is till it's cured. And it starts at madness of 0, and it kind of gives you the breakdown of the madness. Then it tells you how to cure the madness. Then it has the table, the percentile table, here for short-term madness, long-term madness, and indefinite madness. And they're pretty interesting if you haven't read these. For instance, I'll look at some of the indefinite ones. I find it hard to care about anything that goes on around me. I don't like the way people judge me all the time. Being drunk is the only thing that keeps me sane. Things like that. So those are more character RP related stuff, whereas long-term madness, you suffer from extreme paranoia. The character has disadvantage on wisdom and charisma checks, or character experiences a powerful delusion. Choose a potion. The character imagines that he or she is under its effects. It says potion. I'm imagining it's probably poison, possibly, because, I don't know. Character is blinded or deafened. You get the point. Then, in here, on the inside flap of this continued one, you have a general overview of the Underdark. You have, here's the Upper Dark is over where is it? Oh, they kind of are categorized, color-coded. If you can see that. And then the different areas and where the different chapters and things happen. Like, here's a Vast Oblivion, a Raj, a Menzo Baranzan. So there's the different areas and the different cities of the Underdark. So that, again, useful information to have in an Out of the Abyss specific campaign. Then on the middle, inside flap, oh, what do you know? You have travel times in the Underdark. So these are the different areas within the Underdark and how long it takes to get, because there is a very large mechanic in Out of the Abyss regarding travel and trying to escape slavers. So the time it takes you to get from one place to another, as the slavers are always chasing you because you start off kidnapped and you have to escape. That's how this works, the daytime for that. Here is the travel pace, fast, normal, slow, and what the benefits and side effects are of traveling at those different paces. Obviously, traveling at a normal pace on foot in the Underdark, you can go 6 miles per day. Slow is 4 miles, fast is 8 miles. Traveling at a normal pace, there's nothing bad. Slow gives you some benefits at other things, and fast gives you some disadvantages on others. Here's the encounter setup. Talks all about marching order and the space for traveling. Illumination, basically the colors are their mushrooms that are lit up, things like that. What's required for noticing threats as far as passive perceptions and stealth. How to deal with a surprise round and how surprise works. Navigation in the Underdark. All about mapping and how to, if players are trying to keep maps of where they've gone. For you to keep time. There's a timekeeping section down the bottom here. And foraging, because in the Underdark, food is not a plentiful thing, and you started off as prisoners, so you're trying to find food. So this is all about how to find food and sustenance in the Underdark. Then lastly, we have our final table on the back inside cover, and this is all about random encounters. So it has a whole long table here all about Phasris, that stuff I was telling you about. The kind of madness-inducing spores in the air. Then you have a random encounter table. So this first one here is random encounters. Encounter, no encounter, terrain encounter, one or more creatures, which you would then roll on the creature encounter table, which it has right here. And terrain encounter, which is right here. Random events. So here's what they say. It even lists the page. Go to page 146 in Out of the Abyss. Battle aftermath, creature encounter, demon encounter, discipline problem, disease, madness, poison NPCs, spoiled supplies, or vanishing NPCs. That's a d20 roll. This might determine so it determines the type of encounter. So if you've got creature encounter, then you guess you'd roll on the creature encounter table. And it's 1 to 20, and then it has the page numbers listed for those different encounters. So ambushers, carrion crawler, fungi, rocktopus, etc. You can check the tables there. And then terrain encounters, boneyard, lava swell, muck pit, underground stream, webs, etc. And then you can check the pages for that as well. And it says for the random encounter table, terrain, roll once on the terrain encounter table. One or more creatures, roll once on the creature encounter table. Terrain encounter featuring one or more creatures, roll once on the terrain encounter table, and then once on the creature encounter table. So that's how that works. And that is basically, in a nutshell, the official Gale Force 9 Rage of Demons Dungeon Master screen. This review is significantly shorter than my other Dungeon Master screen reviews because I actually find this one to be useful. Playing a campaign in the Underdark is going to be hard enough. The Underdark is tricky, it's alien. Some of the most powerful enemies in the game can be found in there, including the 6 Demon Lords, which are in this campaign. But there are a lot of other things to keep track of. The madness, the light, the the food, Phasris. All this stuff is very powerful, very integral mechanics to make the game truly feel like it's being played in the Underdark. And without knowing how to manage those, I'm not going to say your campaign will be bad or anything like that. You just won't get the full effect of what you could get out of playing a campaign in the Underdark. And this Dungeon Master screen, for that campaign alone, not any other ones, because this one for the first, again, out of the other ones, is all this campaign. It doesn't have even general stuff like conditions, things like that. This is 100% Rage of Demons, Out of the Abyss, Underdark stuff. So if you're going to do an Underdark campaign and it's not going to be Out of the Abyss, I recommend getting this book, and I still recommend getting Out of the Abyss as well, because the encounters themselves that they roll in here are from that book. If you're going to be doing an adventure league and you're DMing and you're going to do Out of the Abyss, I highly recommend you pick this up. Although you can get by just fine with a regular Dungeon Master screen, this is just going to make your life easier. So, let me know what you guys think. Did you pick up the Rage of Demons players or Dungeon Master screen? Have you been playing in a campaign of Out of the Abyss with this as a Dungeon Master? Has it helped? I'm actually curious. On paper, it looks like it really will. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys next time.